All right, this is our chapter 9 reflections. Taking a look back at the chapter, it ended not all that long ago on the 20th. I'd say an issue with doing these reflections that I'm having is that by the time I create it and by the time the kids do it, there's like at least a week's separation there. And so what I started to do personally, I started taking notes when it happened so that when I go back and do the reflections, I can remember that, oh yeah, all the kids got question 3 wrong on the lesson 3 quiz. So I think that's going to help from here on out. Looking back at chapter 9 on ancient India, it's the third of our sort of ancient river civilizations chapters, and it went pretty well. I did a lot of the updates that I did to all the other chapters so far. Updating videos is a big one. Every sort of objective and standard page was reformatted, mostly in this sort of this, what do we call that, a chart form. You know what I'm talking about. I reformatted it into the chart here. I standardized the size of the logos. I forgot to put the one on here. I'm gonna fix that in a moment. And I redid all the vocab, adding pictures. Just something I wanted to do last year. I didn't have time to do, so all the vocab is getting updated, and therefore every vocab video ends up in turn being updated. Looking at the rest of the chapter when she loads up, everything went pretty well. I didn't really have any assessment problems. The assignments usually go pretty well. Most of my kids turn the stuff in the day of, and it tends to pile up. I can't get the stuff graded as fast as I want to, but it's something I'm working on. A little bit more to grade this year with things like current events and every Thursday. You end up having a bottleneck of submissions on Thursdays. And the study guide, the test went well. Not any problems really. Every day when I redo the lesson, I always find grammatical errors or some kind of formatting error in almost every content page. Intro pages are usually good. I usually fix a little bit on the content pages. And then every once in a while I'll find an error in the quiz when I just go through it or look at the question and go, maybe I could word that better. And those are common changes that I make on a daily basis just to improve it a little bit. You got to improve a little bit each time. And that's really chapter 9. I'll be moving on to chapter 10 in a moment. All right.